The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors, Amazon.com and tpublic.com. Listeners, beware. Coming straight from the Mouths of Madness, I am one of the hosts, Lowdown. With me, as always, is...
F.U. Hunter. What's up, you granny fuckers?
Oh.
Oh.
Get on that geriatric vagina.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, how did it even get wet?
Dude,
I didn't see him, like, spit and then rub his dick or anything. Like, what?
Who knows?
The fuck?
The moment hit?
Is she just like a 80-year-old gusher?
I guess so.
Old Faithful.
Oh, man. You know, there are horror movies where some fucked up shit happens, and then there's this movie where fucked up shit happens. That's not horror movie related. It's,
No.
I need to sanitize my eyeballs. I don't know how to put
It was so rough. It was so bad. So, tonight on the Chopping Block, we're going to be talking about the 2022 film?
Yeah, it came out this year.
2022 film X.
Yep.
Now, for those of you that have seen it, you know what we're talking about. That was disgusting. I'm sorry. There's no way I never want to see that.
Yeah. Should we do a spoiler thing or what? Because
it's been out since March.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think we're fine with that.
You get like a 3-week window with spoiler thing for me.
And the only reason I even mentioned the spoiler is because this movie definitely kind of sets you up that it's going down kind of a generic horror movie trope, and then it says, no, fuck that, and throws you kind of off the scent. So.
I do feel that the runtime on this could have been shortened up some.
Yeah.
I feel like I understand the build-up part in the film, but this definitely could have...
it's about 40 minutes of build-up that we really don't need.
We could have used like 20, and then we'd been good.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't need that. I mean, of course...
I will say there is a scene in that first 40 minutes that I do appreciate, that is well shot, and it's the overhead when one of our characters is in the lake.
Oh, yeah,
and you get the alligator.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you see the alligator.
That was foreshadowing.
But that's a well shot, amazing scene where she's just casually in there, and then we see, and it's an overhead shot, and she's swimming back to the dock.
Yeah.
But you just see the alligator, and she's just casually swimming, and he's fucking busting ass, and you're just waiting for it. But just the silence, there's no score or anything.
Nope.
It's overhead, and she gets to the dock, and she's just casually like do, and you're like, that bitch is about to be fucking eaten, and she gets out right in time. But I love that. That was a really well shot scene.
They marketed a lot with her, and they could have done the Craven thing, but I was kind of thinking that it was good suspense, but I didn't think she was going to get it because she's like the final. She was marketed as like the final girl.
I mean, she's on the poster, but we've also had other movies.
That's what I'm saying. Like they could have pulled Craven or Hitchcock, but I didn't think they were going to, because she'd been in the movie longer than either of those two had up to that point.
But there's no real big stars in this, so I kind of felt like it's up for grabs.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody. So a scene like that, you think more likely she's not going to get killed in that part, but you just don't fucking know.
Yeah, true. And so I guess we could do a brief synopsis on this where, it's 1979, so it's basically like beginning of porn.
Yeah.
Porn really started in like the 70s.
I say this movie is...
I'm talking about like the hardcore porn, not like the, Betty Page stuff, but like the hardcore, like we're seeing dicks and certain vaginas, like it's like that happened in the 70s. It's in
Texas. I say this is Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets Boogie Nights. It's a weird blend of where you're dealing with look at the porn industry. We're all fucking each other.
They did say that he had a big dick, so we'll call him Dirk from now on.
Yeah, we call him Dirk. But I'm just saying, dude, there are several shots in this movie that are pretty blatant Texas Chainsaw. The walk up to the house and the high grass. It happens. The screen fucking door, and you get the character from the viewpoint of inside the house.
He's a producer. When the producer first goes up to the house to check in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shot with the staircase, the hallway. Yeah, that was total Texas Chainsaw.
And you get it from inside the house.
Yeah, total
the
Texas Chainsaw.
There are a lot of Texas Chainsaw shots.
Even the fact that it was a cow that got hit by a truck. You know what I mean? Like the reference to steer.
But I almost feel like I have to actually appreciate from the director Ty West is I think he wanted to set you up that you go, okay, so this is going to be a basic ass slasher movie. Like, 6 motherfuckers, and with the whole set of business there, they've gone to this house, but they're renting out the barn.
No, they had a spare house. Remember, because he's like, oh, this was built for to house soldiers during the Civil War.
That's right. Yeah. But they're there to pretty much.
You already know. I was waiting for some bigoted shit with homeboy Dirk when he mentioned that, dude. I was waiting, dude.
Yeah.
I was waiting, but then he found out he was a Marine. And he was kind of connected. He did 2 tours in Vietnam, so you're like, okay.
Which the Dirk is played by Kid Cudi, and all right, whatever. But but it's 79. It's in Texas. It sets it up very much of your slasher setup. They're gonna film porno,
but like it doesn't it's after the scene with the alligator. So that they're filming a scene. They check in. You realize these are obviously very old conservative people.
Well, he runs when they first run in there. Motherfucker greets them with the fucking shotgun.
It's not loaded.
I know, but he's you from the government, like that crotchety motherfucker. By the way, I'll throw this out there.
County, as we said, you're from the county.
But he looks like fucking the creeper in Creepshow 2.
Tom Savini, yeah.
He looks just like that motherfucker.
Yeah, he does. Totally. But I think it was a young dude in makeup.
Oh yeah, no, him and his wife. Which, come to find out, is one of the actresses, our final girl, in makeup.
What?
Yep.
Wait, is Mia Goth in makeup? Really? I didn't know that. I knew that the dude I knew they were both wearing makeup, but I didn't know it was her. That's really good makeup.
Yeah.
So how'd they, I guess they never showed them really
next to each other, yeah.
Well, they did, but not the full face and stuff like that. That's fucking cool as shit. I didn't know that.
But we do get into 40 minutes of
I'm so grateful we didn't get saggy old lady titties, really. Like, we didn't get the full shot. That would have been horrible.
But you get enough. We
didn't get to the nipple part, all right?
That's true.
But anyway, they're filming a scene with Dirk and Brittany Snow. That's when she does the lake, and that's when okay, there's a gator out there. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
And then she's coming back, and this is really where it starts to get creepy. Remember, because the wife is at this porch, like, come here.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then they have lemonade, and then she like starts touching her. Because our main girl is wearing just barely, she's naked with overalls, so she does a lot of sexy side boob. Oh my God.
Yes,
but like, this woman is like, either like because of the era it is, and where she was young, it would have been World War I. She's like always loved some vagina, and she just had to repress it.
Yeah.
Because it's Texas. And, in that time period.
She's just fucking desperate for anything. Yeah.
She like touched her and like,
I think at this point, she's just like, she sees their youth and that they're, fucking. And she's just like, I remember those days. I want to get back to those days.
Which, by the way.
Because there's a scene later where they're fucking.
After that awkward scene, and then the husband comes home. Because that's when it happens. The husband left, so they went, and then she wanted someone to come to the house, and then they have their interaction. She does touch her, and then the husband comes home, and she was like, "It'll be out of a secret, creepy bitch." And then later on, they're getting ready to film her scene, and so there's some fucking going on in the barn. But the wife sneaks out of the house and is just watching her ride Dirk's dick, basically.
Yeah.
I'm like, but no, there was that weird flash where you see it from her perspective, where she wished it was her.
Yeah, wish it was her.
That's so gross,
shit.
Dude.
Well, you come to find out that you have Dirk, you got the 2 main actresses, then you got a director, you got the sound
director's girlfriend / sound engineer.
Well, not director's girlfriend. The sound guy / the guy that owns the van. His girlfriend who's helping out with sound.
Yeah, the guy that owns the van and the guy. No, he's the director. He's the guy that's filming everything. That was his girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The guy with glasses, RJ.
I thought the guy from Ring was the director.
Oh. And no, the guy that's filming everything is also the director. He's like, I'm directing my movie, yada yada. And they come out when his girlfriend mentions she wants to be in a scene.
But the
dude's like, I'm a producer, I got a say in it. The cowboy hat wearing motherfucker, the Matthew McConaughey wannabe.
Yeah,
that guy. He was like,
yeah, he is. You mean Kmart brand McConaughey? Kmart McConaughey, all the fucking way, dude.
But he's like, I'm a producer, I got a say in this because the dude.
Oh my God. All right, so his girlfriend's like, you know what? Maybe I want to try porn for the first time. And to his objective, he objects. She fucking is like, all right, I'm in the scene. And then you have the most classic, I am not cool with the scene, which is dude standing in a shower, crying.
I felt so
like
bad
a little
for him,
bit.
dude. No,
but the
no,
most
dude, I felt
sad,
so bad for him,
saying,
dude.
You can't get any more blatant. I am so fucking upset that him sitting in a shower and one of those tub showers, just crying, like bawling out.
Yeah, I mean, but I got it because it's one thing to obviously not be judgmental and be okay with pornography, right? There's another thing to like also not be okay with your partner fucking somebody else.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like you can be okay, you can be like okay and not okay with you know what I mean, and actually be okay.
Saying, it's like, not like
I like porn, but I don't want my.
They cut to him being upset. He is literally crying in a shower.
I know,
he has dealt with it in the worst fucking
devastated.
way. Yeah.
Well, the only place you can do it quietly.
Yeah.
Was he going to just start bawling somewhere? Was he going to run out into the fucking woods and start crying? It would have been just as bad.
But it's at this point, this is when we started to pick it up. Because then he's like, you know what?
Fuck you.
Fuck these motherfuckers.
I'm leaving.
I'm going to leave them stranded. I'm getting the van. I'm getting the fuck out of Dodge.
You didn't owe that bitch anything. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry.
Well, she stands right in front of the fucking van.
It's called reverse, and then you go around her. No, I'm sorry, dude. I'm not.
As he's pulling out, creepy old lady fucking stand in front of the van. And then he comes out, I guess, to like,
help her.
Find out.
She like starts like kissing on him, and
but you see, weird old lady. It's like fucking 3 or whatever in the morning. And he's like, oh, she needs help. You're like, okay, let me help you, old lady, get back in your house.
No,
and no, because he goes over there.
What I'm saying is, no, not me. Like if I am ever in a rural, especially fucking Texas area, and I see some crazy ass crypt keeper looking bitch, just out in her fucking whitey nighty.
Said before, dude, it's the 70s. Remember, we went back to this with Texas Chainsaw. People were a little more naive back then. They go, maybe I should help the old lady out.
Maybe I should pick up the hitchhiker.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, look, he's all fucked up in the head. His girlfriend just got dicked in front of him. He's not thinking right, okay? So he's like, let me help the old lady out, and then I'll get back in the van.
He reminded me of the guy who took the worst fucking in Evil Dead remake.
We talked about that, yeah. As I watched it with Scotty and Groots, and we literally brought up, I'm like, that looks just like
eerily,
the motherfucker.
Eerily like that dude. Yeah. And he kind of got it raw deal just like that guy did.
So he tries to help her out. Then she's like, I want to fuck you. And he's like, that's gross. And she's like, a rejection.
She even asked,
stab in the neck.
Why won't you look at me? Oh,
God. Stab in the neck. And then he falls to the ground. And this is cool. It's close to the van. She starts stabbing him. More blood's going everywhere.
Blood on the fucking headlights, dude.
Blood on the headlights.
Red
and you turn the scene into a red scene. Dude, fucking awesome. I like that.
No, and eventually to where she basically cut his head off.
Yeah.
That was fucking
awesome. She just keeps going. So she got some crazy old lady strength.
I was questioning.
She could barely walk.
Was she getting off with that?
Oh,
she straddled him, and then she was doing that, and she... Was that like how old people look when they come? Because I don't know. That was weird.
I'm pretty sure every time she killed, there's the flow was going.
I don't know, because when she killed Kmart McConaughey with the pitchfork in the eye... she just kind of covered him with hay.
Which I'm pretty sure is the next kill, which he goes to investigate.
Because she can't find RJ.
By the way,
She girl is surprised she just got dicked down by a black dude who I'm willing to bet had a way bigger dick than RJ did. She's surprised that he's not in bed when...
Yeah.
And he was against it. Oh, it's a surprise. So I'm surprised he's not in bed.
Oh, that's weird.
That's
I guess
weird.
He wasn't,
Like, fuck.
But motherfucker...
He had to film it. He had to fucking... That's why he was crying, dude. He had to film that shit.
I know.
He was against it. He had to film his girl getting long dick, man. That's fucked up, dude.
That's why you cry in the shower.
That's fucked up, man. That is so bad.
But then we get fucking Kmart McConaughey, and he's fucking looking for him, and he...
In his tighty whities. In his fucking tighty whities.
And then he's in the barn part, and there's the 3 holes, and he's like, I should look through each of these holes.
No.
And first one, nothing. Second one, I thought I heard something, but let me look through the 3rd hole. And they're all consecutively next to each other.
Then they get
dark. And then he looks through.
No, he looks at the 3rd one, and then you see the other ones get covered up, and it's like, dude, back the fuck away.
Too late.
God, you idiot.
Fucking pitchfork, eyeball, and
dude, the worst part was when they pulled it out, dude.
Yep.
Dude, you know that fucking me, you motherfucker.
I didn't even think about that.
Yes, you did.
You do have a thing about eyeballs,
yes, you did.
Because remember, it goes right in, and then
it's the pull out.
It's the eyeball out.
It's like this big glop of goo. It comes out. Oh, well, then she just walks over.
And she goes back over,
just like
and she got to make sure.
Slowly stabs. It was like a
It was kind of cute.
It was.
Because she's
still an old lady.
You remember she's an old lady because she goes over and she kind of lightly stabs him again to see if he's dead. And then she very old lady like tries to put hay to cover the body, but it's that
as she's
moment,
like covered in blood.
It's that moment where you're like, oh, look how long it's gonna take her. She's old as shit. And she just has already murdered 2 motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But you get to I'm trying to lift this hay. And you're like, oh, look at the old lady.
Oh, Granny, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But at the same time, Kmart McConaughey and I don't know, Long Dick Betty, she went towards the house. She goes in the house, and the husband's in there. Remember, and he's like, "Where's my wife? Oh my God, I got another you help me look for her? I got another flashlight, but it's in the cellar on my workbench." I'm like,
yeah. We all knew where that was. Can you go down there?
It's like, I would, but
dude, that's the equivalent of, can you help me put this couch in the van? All right, like you're just all right. Come on now. All right, if you get asked to find something in the workbench in the basement,
that's the equivalent of helping me put the couch.
Guess what? You're fucking dead, or you're getting locked in.
Dude,
okay?
And of course she gets locked in. And then she does go she's screaming and she's trying to get out the other door.
The entire time, man.
You lose your voice eventually, dude. She did get smart. She found a little baby hatchet. Why she chopped down the panel furthest from the door, I will never understand.
Yeah.
Because she would have actually had it unlocked before he broke her hand.
Yeah.
If she'd done it closer. Because she had to reach for it. So she eventually breaks free.
Well, she doesn't know.
Dude, where else are they going to lock the fucking door from?
Yeah.
Okay? Like
she's just chopping. She's closing her eyes, chopping away. She doesn't know where she's going.
So with that story, she eventually she hacks away at a panel with the hatchet, and she goes to reach for the little latch.
She's just about to get the door
and he fucking takes the husband takes the butt of the shotgun and like breaks the fuck out of her hand, dude.
There's
bone hanging
there's
fingers.
Hanging shit.
So how she was holding that hatchet when our main chick let her out, I have no idea because she's gripping it. I'm like, no, bitch. Yeah, that's a fault in the film.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way. There's meat hanging off. There's not a whole hand.
There's a finger hanging off. You see the broken bone. But while she was waiting, trying to get out the other door and looking for the hatchet.
Creeper grabs Dirk, and he's like, "Can you help me find my wife? Let's grab some flashlights, and let's just go around the lake. Usually she likes to walk around the lake."
It's like, you can tell you haven't had service in a while.
Well, dude's trying to connect with Creeper.
No, I know.
Because he's just like, yeah, I know how it is, man. I respect you, man.
If she's here, I will find her.
I'll find her, man. Like, I'm going to be your hero. And motherfucker is like, what, boots and fucking boxers. He's like, I'm just walking around with a flashlight. I don't give a fuck. Meanwhile...
T-shirt, yeah.
Okay, well... this is some creepy ass shit. So meanwhile, while they're looking for her, we know where the old lady is.
She lays down with fucking main girl.
She got a little tired, and she's gonna lay next to our main final girl.
And lay down to her main girl, and then like caress her with her bloody hands. I'm like, oh god, dude.
And who's our final girl? What's her name again?
Mia Goth.
Yeah.
Or in the movie.
Yeah, in the movie.
I don't know what her character is.
We're just called side boobed overalls.
Yeah, side boob.
So she lays down next to side boob overalls. And then we cut back to it. But we all know she's laying in bed with her. This is fucking creepy.
Could you imagine waking up to that?
Well, she does. And that,
no. I'm saying, could you imagine waking up to that?
No, I do not want to.
That's horrible. Yeah. So, anyway, dude comes back around to find old man, Dirk. And Dirk's like, hey, man, I get and find her. Sees the flashlight out a little bit further out, actually in the water. At that point, I thought it was going to be an alligator kill.
Yeah. Oh, I was sure about it because you see the bug.
Yeah.
And you see the flashlight sitting there. I was like, okay.
But he gets the flashlight, alligator. Comes back out. There's the husband.
Yeah.
And then he just like point blank in the chest, shotgun.
Yep.
So I'm sure the alligator enjoyed that feast because he went in the water.
Well, he's still hungry for later on.
I know, that's true. So now we got where our main girl wakes the fuck up. To her in old makeup, basically.
Yeah. So and then overall side boob overall gets woken up to her in makeup, creepy ass old lady.
The funny thing
touching
was when the other girl, the blonde Brittany Snow, wakes up from side boob girl screaming.
Yeah.
But the funniest shit in the world is when she opens the door and this naked old lady is just shuffling by her door.
Yeah.
That shit was hysterical.
But
then she runs.
So it's like, I'm gonna help you out. Like, you're like fucking old and lost.
Yeah, because she goes to look out. She goes to look for her, and she's on the dock, and then she puts the cover around her and being really nice, and then the old lady just slaps the shit out of her. Yeah. Meanwhile, because she's
like, you fucking slut, you fucking. She's like,
you get to have everything. Like, this is completely just unsolicited jealousy.
Yeah,
this whole fucking thing. It's just like. They don't deserve the amount of angst they're getting from her.
Dude, Second best kill, though.
Dude, it is. Like, because the gators there from earlier where Side Boob almost got eaten.
Yeah.
And he probably chomped down on Dirk.
Yeah.
So, like, he's like, oh, food.
So, old lady's like, Bridgestone goes off on her, and old lady's like, yeah, you're at the end of the dock, bitch. Fucking
pushes her.
And as she's falling, she doesn't even make it into the water before the gator's like, all right, you're in my territory.
Around the head. Grab the fucking head.
There's no doubt. Like, you get the leg, you might be able to, like, okay, I'm going to lose the leg. Nope, head, dead. Instantly.
Well, no, she screamed for a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't long.
It's a scream of, I'm getting my head crushed. Yeah.
And the cool thing is if you watch enough nature shows with documentaries around alligators, the way he did it with the spinning, just to drown them, was awesome. Like, it was I like that because it was accurate. It wasn't like, some movies where you just do a jump, a jump up and chomp, and then they go back in the water.
Yeah.
Like, no, he's like, I'm fucking killing this. This is my food.
Like I said, because it's the head, she ain't getting out of that shit. Like, you might be able to wiggle out with a leg. Like, here, you feast on my leg, I'm going to swim away. Nope, you're dead.
You're dead.
You're dead.
Yeah, even if you let go, for some reason, you'd have been dead.
Yeah.
Like,
so now we're down.
Down to old final girl.
Yeah, we're down.
Final girl.
Well,
no, we got broken hand girl. So Side Boob girl lets out broken hand girl.
Not yet.
She's angry.
No. There's a fucked up. I know you want to skip it, but we find out Creeper finds old lady, and he's like, you know what? You've earned it. I'm going to give you that dicking you've been talking about.
What about my heart? He can take it.
He can take it. And so they decide to start old fucking in the bed they're doing on. And then we cut down below the bed, and there is overall Side Boobs, and she's under the bed while they're fucking.
Dude, the worst part, literally, wasn't just the bird's eye view of him slipping it in.
Is the moaning?
It was. I don't know if you caught it when she was crawling out. Old lady literally said, "Fuck my pussy." That is just so bad.
Yeah. But she gets out. They're distracted because they're getting their fuck on. Yeah, and she can hear her friend, who's been, at this point, like 40 minutes screaming,
something like
get
that,
me out, get me out.
It's obscene.
Yeah.
She
finally lets her out. And then, like, this is what's weird, is then she's, like, talking shit. She's like, we need to get the fuck out of here.
She's like, fuck you, I hate you.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, she blames her for everything.
It's just like, bitch, so how are we going to know some crazy old bitch was going to kill her body, right?
So she's running away, and she's like, wait, stop. And she runs. As soon as she opens the door, shotgun to the fucking head, dude.
Yeah.
I wondered, when it starts off with the scene of the cops showing up, and you see the bodies, and you see where the blood's at. And I remember thinking where the hatchet was, and I'm like, it just flew out of her hands.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's a really odd way, because the handle faced the wall, and it was like 5 inches from the wall. How the fuck can someone swing it like that?
Yeah.
And it just went up in the air. And that's how the blood got above the door. I'm like, this is, and when she killed the boyfriend, I was like, he's too far away from the house. When the cop rolls up, he actually is looking at the old lady.
Yeah.
Remember, because she's the one that's crawling from the front door and gets her head run, which, yeah.
Well, we get to...
That was good.
We get to, ironic, old man, Creeper was able to get his fuck on, and then as he's walking by, we assume
he's
she's
moving
dead.
her in the house. He's moving her in the house.
And then she reacts. She's not fucking
gurgles,
dead.
Yeah.
And just that gurgle is enough to give him that heart attack.
I think it was a death rattle. She was dead after that.
Yeah, but it's enough to freak him out that he dead. Yep. He's done.
Yep.
And then we get overall Side Boob, and she has a gun that she had pulled out of the glove box.
It was Kmart McConaughey.
Yeah.
His gun.
Except the problem is that he related to Creeper from the beginning of the movie where he had a shotgun but it wasn't loaded. I've got a gun in my glove box.
The same thing.
That's also, yeah.
This one really was unloaded.
Yeah.
So then you've got the granny had gotten their shotgun just in time, and so she ducks, and the shotgun, another very hilarious scene. The shotgun knocked Granny through the fucking closed door.
That was awesome. Yeah,
out into the yard, dude.
Actually realistic.
Yes.
The kick of that shotgun literally throws
with her fragile ass. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it kind of fucked up Side Boob, but not.
Well, just like grazed her. Grazed her arm.
I'm guessing it was like buckshot kind of thing where.
Well, it's shotgun, it's pellets, yeah.
Yeah, so
just a couple pellets.
So she's got pellets on her arm and shit like that. But she gets out. Now Granny's fucked up. That kick of that shotgun.
I broke my hip. Please help, bitch. Who the fuck are you?
Literally, she says I broke my hip, and I'm like, oh my god, did she have to say that?
That's hilarious. And then, of course, the girl's like, fuck you, and she's just going to leave. And the granny decides that it would be a smart idea to crawl into the road behind the truck.
Well, she's crying, but she's also talking shit. She's like, fuck you. Like,
you're going to end up just like me.
Yeah, you're just like me. Yeah, and that's when she stops. She goes, bitch, crawl out.
She didn't even start. She was like, I'm going to put it in reverse.
No, I thought she drove off a little bit.
No. She literally started the vehicle, did that, popped it in reverse.
Yeah.
And the bitch is still talking shit, and then she's like, ah! She's talking shit, and then she realizes, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then pop. And not once, but twice.
Yeah.
So good.
So then that's probably my favorite. I mean, between that and the alligator kill, best kill.
Those are the best kills, yes.
And it's not just the effect, but that sound, that pumpkin.
The camera's on it the entire time.
Yeah.
That's fucking rad. And from there, the movie just kind of ends.
She drives off, and she's just like, fuck yeah, I fucking made it. And then you get a little bit, and it wasn't really like a reveal that even mattered that much, except at the beginning of the movie when the sheriff department shows up to the scene, there's a TV on.
Oh, that's
evangelist.
you realize that's her father. Well, you see him throughout the movie.
Yeah, you see him throughout the movie. They're watching TV, and it's this evangelist just talking about, Satan and you get to the end of the movie and it's revealed, I had a daughter and she was taken in, and it cuts to, and it's our side boob overall chick driving away, and it's her picture as his daughter.
Yeah, and like there's a scene like at the very last scene when the creeper had a heart attack and they're having their little talk before the shootout happens. She does the thing is like, I will not settle for a life I don't deserve. When she says at that time, it coincides with the dude on the TV saying the exact same thing.
I kept waiting.
Did you catch that?
Yeah.
So then you're like, wait a minute. That did make me think for a second.
I will say, I kept waiting for someone to say, I don't want your life. Because they kept saying shit almost word for word like that, but not that exact line. I don't want your life.
But when that scene, when that happened, it was very subtle. Like, because you're so used to her saying that, and the TV was so in the background, but like they actually flashed to the TV for a second while she's saying it, and he's saying the same thing.
I never would have thought that there was any connection. I thought that was just stressing, like, these are good old, conservative.
No, there's a reason she's running away.
There's a reason, yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's fucking psycho fucking dad.
I'll just throw it out there, man. I enjoy the shit out of it. There's some good kills in there. That lady, there's some parts that I might have to fast forward because that lady is fucking creepy as fuck.
Shit, dude.
But
so creepy.
Dude, the alligator kill is fucking dead on.
I would say every kill is good except for Dirk's. Dirk's was pretty lazy.
Yeah, it's pretty lazy.
But like, every other kill, I think solid.
But I think his doesn't even have to be that good because he's the only hope. Like, come on, we know Kmart McConaughey is not gonna do shit. We already know fucking crying in the shower is not gonna do shit. Mm-hmm. The only hope for this whole group is that dude, and so you just take him out.
Oh, I do have to make mention of the soundtrack for this is fucking badass. And
that's where the whole budget went.
Crying in the shower with fucking Don't Fear the Reaper was fucking awesome. Oh, yeah.
But I feel like that's where the budget went.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally they had to get the rights to do a Fleetwood Mac song.
Yeah.
And they had the rights to Don't Feel the Reaper.
It wasn't even like the Fleetwood Mac version. It was like they still had to get rights just to play the fucking song.
That's where all the money went,
crazy.
Though. Yeah.
But that was actually a good version of that. I like that song.
Yeah.
I like Fleetwood Mac. But this movie, Past the Chopping Block, it was good. It's just definitely fucking weird, man.
It's in that category. Oh. I might own it. I don't know yet.
I'll buy it.
Yeah.
I can rewatch it.
But it's a good having friends over.
I do wish that, again, the first part was like 20 minutes shorter.
Yeah.
I really do.
I will throw this out there. So I watched it the other night, and I had, again, Groots and Scotty come over, and we were all watching outside. And you forget it is kind of weird watching it outside because the first 40 minutes is them filming the porno.
Lot of fucking.
So there's a lot of fucking. And if people were to walk back there the wrong time, it just looks like a bunch of us just watching a fucking 70s porn. And no, this is a movie where they're filming a porn. It's
seriously,
not.
come back out in like 15 minutes. It'll be totally different.
And I remember literally saying to fucking Groots and Scotty, be like, I really hope nobody gets the wrong impression because I had to turn the volume down. My neighbors are like, are they watching a porn? Like, not even. Are they watching a 70s porn? It's just three motherfuckers just hanging out watching this big screen outside.
Bush, we got Bush.
No, there's gonna be some killing. Don't worry about it.
Just wait. No, but it's solid. I think I'll buy it. I did order a copy of The Sadness.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you need to have that.
Gotta own that shit. There is a 4K version that's out, but it's only it's a German.
Oh, really?
Like, you motherfuckers.
I would say this is of the horror movies we've seen that have come out so far this year. I would definitely put this movie up there. I mean, I think Sadness is number one.
Yeah. Sadness was
but
2021.
I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed this more than I thought I was going to.
I did. I heard a lot of mixed things from people.
Yeah. It's A24, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean,
they pretty much everything they do is.
They've had a few things here or there.
They've had a few things that are mad, but they're not bad.
Starting to get kind of like a trusted
I mean, they've had a couple that were like meh, but they weren't like bad.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like, I mean, even outside of horror, like they did Moonlight. Great fucking movie. They did Green Room.
Dude, I mean, their movie that came out right after this, their next release was Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
And like,
dude, they're becoming a really, I think, important studio for film.
Yeah.
They're doing. They're when both Peele's
but I think they're
films
also
have been on
kind of moving. I mean, for a while there was a lot of horror and then a few other things. I think now they're starting to branch off where horror's not going to be their prime thing anymore. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Or horror people know they could go there and potentially have a home too. Yeah. Like independent artists and stuff. So, yeah. So, hit us up, lowdownbrown.gui@gmail.com. Let us know what you think about the film, if you've watched it, if you haven't watched it, or if you watch it right after listening to this because you liked our review on it and you trust us. Let us know. We want the feedback. Go to GUIPodcast.com. Go to our links tab. Click on our Amazon link. Takes you to Amazon, log in, and you shop like normal. We just get a little kickback. We appreciate that shit. You can get, I'm sure this will be available on Amazon at some point.
Yeah.
Your Next Is, we talked about that film. That's
the director of this movie, of X, is the douchebag scarf wearing boyfriend that gets
in your next.
In your next it gets killed by the arrow. So yeah,
you get that. I think he was also in House of the Devil too.
He might have directed that.
Did he?
I know he did Innkeepers. I think he also directed that. Yeah.
That's a really good fucking movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. You buy that on Amazon through our link. We greatly appreciate it. Other link on our links page is to TeePublic. That's where all the merch is for all the shows under the network. Madness has, of course, 2 designs there. Every show has merch. You can get it on tons of stuff, not just shirts. So definitely check out that. While you're on GUIPodcast.com, check out all the other shows under the network. There's tons of content, tons of awesome shit coming out. Every show's different, so you'll never get bored. So definitely run through the gamut, see if there's anything else you like.
Check some shit out.
And until we talk to you again, embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.
In a world with too many reboots and remakes,
2 men will stop at nothing to make it even worse.
Join Mike the Hobbit and Tandy as they play by their own rules while pitching new takes on some of your favorite and least favorite films and TV shows. What podcast would dare to bring this upon the world?
This is Smack My Pitch.
Mike the Hobbit here,
Lowdown Brown,
inviting you to check out Geek Some of the Influence, a podcast that pairs booze with conversation with good friends.
And a little nerd culture.
We get a lot of colorful conversation out of our episodes, but it is here for everyone, no gatekeeping.
Always level up everything we do.
We'll punch up, never punch down.
Exactly.
So check out Geeks Under the Influence anywhere you get your podcasts and join us or die.
Shut the fuck up, Hobbit. Welcome to GUI Nights.
GUI Nights.
Yeah, I am Lowdown Brown. With me as always,
Mike the Hobbit.
This is the tangential side of GUI.
This is like so many of those other shows that has the after the show bit mixed with a little bit of Baywatch Nights, so it's a little sexier. It's a little bit after hours.
Also while tying it into the previous episode of GUI. So look forward to that too, because this comes out the week after the flagship hour-long episode.
So make sure to check out GUI Nights, and when you're done, you can
go the fuck home. Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm FU Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're gonna fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
embrace the madness.
My name is Amy Bogard.
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIpodcast.com.
Hey guys, Scotty P here with Smash
on your left.
And we are the Geek Fathers. That's right, bringing all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent.
So welcome to our world.
And as always, join us
or cry.
In a world of blockbuster movies, there's another dimension.
The dimension of schlock cinema. Join us at Beautiful Disasters on a journey into the fringe territory of B-movie abandon.
We review the flicks that are forgotten or underappreciated to give them a proper place in the annals of celluloid history.
I'm the Groots.
F.U. Hunter.
Your guides at Beautiful Disasters. Come along with us for a fun ride. May the schlock be with you.